Hello everybody, I want to do a review on this Harbor Freight 6x8 greenhouse. This is item number 69714. I believe I've had this thing up for about 4 years now. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it, what I've discovered, etc, etc. So like I said, this is a 6 foot by 8 foot. And it takes a while to set it up. I don't really remember everything, but the directions weren't that great. But it does have a sliding door on it. You really have to play around with the adjustment on it to get it to where it's reasonable. I built, not required, a walk in here for my wife with a little boardwalk up to a planter's station that I made for her. Obviously she's not using it right now, and there's a bunch of dead things in here, but the way I did the base was pretty much just like they said in the instructions. This, I believe, is a 2x6 that I used. They may have called for a 2x12, I don't know. And then a 4x4 that runs all the way around it. And the way I staked it into the ground is, you know, me. I just drilled a hole through here, and this is a piece of bent over rebar, and I just drove them down in the ground about 24 inches. It's been here, like I said, about 4 years. It's never moved, but the problems with it, it's a little bit, especially if you're standing in the peak, it's at highest point. It's probably from where I'm standing about 6 foot 3 inches. You know, I move over this far and my head's touching it, so it's not a problem for my wife. You know, she kind of stands on this boardwalk and put in a couple metal shelves here. This was one that was 4 high. I just cut it in half, got it at Lowe's or something like that, and put 2 in there for her to use. Some river rock, you know, just to put down there for decoration, I guess. But it does have vents on it. They're manual. You know, you can unhook this and raise them up and put them in a hole, and it will open up that way. Like I said, one of the biggest problems with it is putting it together. It takes a long time. There are tons of nuts and bolts and pieces you have to decipher, put it all together. Of course, making the base takes time and whatnot, and I just put some ground cover underneath this and then put the rocks on. This stuff is optional. You'd probably get about another 4.5 inches of headroom at the peak if you didn't have a walk and you're actually standing down on the ground. Now, one of the complaints that I can have with it is if you have this door open and you get a big gust of wind that comes through, it can blow your panels out. And we had one not too long ago actually blow this one out. Now it's just really cracked and messed up because it made it over the fence and I couldn't find it. It went down the alley behind my house, and there was a bunch of overgrowth back there. Couldn't spot it, and then a tree trimming crew came through and cleared everything off, and they ran over it. So I just stuck it back in there temporarily. And you can order these parts and stuff, panels, whatnot, from Harbor Freight. But another complaint that I would have with it, you know, it comes with a bunch of these clips that you space out here and there. It's all in the directions. They're hard to get in, but they will get in. You have to put one side in and then spring it down. Use gloves because these things will tear you up. And then there's a little groove that it fits in. Hopefully you can see that, but that's how it holds the panels in. It needs to have a bunch more, in my opinion, because these things blow out. But if you keep the door closed, it may not be a problem. It's a little yellowed out from throughout the years. Not horrible, you know, and it's dirty. But I believe this was, well, now, I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it's on sale right now for, I think, $2.99. Apply 20%, 25% off coupon. You could probably pick one up for about $224. Takes a little bit of mechanical skill to put it together. It can be done. And then, of course, building the base, you need tools and stuff like that. And all this stuff is extra, you know, even the base. You have to consider that in your cost if you're going to actually put one on a foundation like this. I don't remember the dimensions on this. I used exactly what they said in the manual. Everything worked out just fine. So I need to order some extra panels, and then I'm going to order a bunch more of the clips and just load it up, unless I find another way to secure them proper. But my wife uses it to start plants or wear things over the winter, and it does a pretty good job according to her. You know, I'm not the green thumb in the family, so I'm the builder. You know, she wanted it, I built it, there you go. But she likes it. You know, it's not very spacious, but it's not much money. They sell larger ones as well. You just have to look and make up your own decision. But this is just my opinion on it. Like I said, it's been up for about 4 years, I believe. Holding up quite well, other than the panels blowing out occasionally. And the clips will actually spring off sometimes too, and you have to go hunting for those in your yard. So, just some information for you. Thanks for watching, and good luck.